painting for just since summertime, actually. It focuses me in, and I can really connect with God and talk to Him and just spend some quiet time with Him. As well as being obedient. He has me paint things and I don't know where they're coming from, and they come out on canvas and I think, oh, that's really cool. That's not me. That's not something I would think of or would paint. And I know that's God coming out on the canvas. It brings peace to me, so when I paint, I'm in a relaxed state, and I know that's also what God wants for me. He wants me to be relaxed. He wants me to talk to Him. He wants my time. That's all He really wants from me, is my time and my obedience. And so when I can spend that quiet time with Him, it's pleasing to Him. And whatever comes out on canvas doesn't really matter. That part of the whole process isn't what's important. What's important is the connection that I have with God, and the time and the relationship that's grown through painting.
Someone asked me, why did you do this, John? Why did you start Shining Shoes and give up that career? And I explained to them that God led me to do this. When I accepted Christ into my life, everything changed for me. And how I looked at dealing with people, how I looked at my life, how I looked at my family, my children, my wife. And He led me down this road. And even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes while I take their shoes and shine their shoes, I get to have conversations with people. And I like that. And I think that's what God has led me to do, is He's leading me down this road where it allows me to reflect Jesus in what I do. I find myself talking to God about, again, how my day is going and how fortunate I am to have a job and what this work means to me. And I think God, through that type of worship, through the work that we do for other people, by being a service to them, by shining their shoes or working on their shoes, that God has worked through me, that when I'm done shining those shoes and I walk back into that building, that I've spent those 30 or 40 minutes worshiping with God, just He and I together, that I'm a different person when I walk back into those buildings. And I think people know that, and they see that, and they see that reflection in me.
I knew that I always wanted to be a wife and a mom and have kids and just have that be what I did, but I spent a long time feeling like I needed to do something beyond that, because that wasn't enough. So we're trying to have an attitude of parenting as a ministry. Whatever God puts before me that day, if it's, or that minute really, dirty diapers or bad attitudes, mine or the kids, or dishes or laundry or sick kids, if I can decide that in that moment I'm going to surrender to what God is doing and to what I'm called to do, which is to worship Him. Really, our whole lives we're created to worship and glorify God. So that's the bottom line, is if I can surrender in those rare moments where I'm really surrendered to God, and I make the choice to look at what He puts before me as what He's called me to do. The worship of God with the whole heart and the assurance of His love through the work of Jesus Christ is the thing our souls were meant to run on.